Carlisle MP John Stevenson is backing a call for an inquiry to find out why services run by the rail firm Northern have fallen into chaos, leading to numerous cancelled services across the region. But Mr Stevenson has rejected a union's call for the resignation of embattled Transport Secretary Chris Grayling, saying that operational responsibility for running rail services lies squarely with train operator Northern and Network Rail, which is responsible for the country's railways infrastructure. Just weeks after Northern introduced a new timetable, services across the region have been chaotic, with passengers left bitterly disappointed as scores of services have been cancelled. Mr. Stevenson said, "I'm very disappointed at what's been happening. It's caused inconvenience and frustration for passengers, and quite clearly Northern and, I believe, Network Rail, have let the public down. I agree with the Secretary of State, there should be an inquiry to find out why this has happened and to identify ways we can ensure that it won't happen again." Asked if Mr. Grayling should go, Mr. Stevenson added, "No. He's responsible for his department, but operational responsibility for our rail services lie with Northern and with Network Rail. I think that now is the time to look at Transport for the North, a recently established policy body which makes recommendations. Should strengthen it, giving it executive powers in line with Transport for London, which has been a huge success." But Greg Johnston, a Carlisle-based regional official with the RMT Rail Workers Union, said, "The Transport Secretary should lose his job and Northern should be returned to the public sector. I also believe that there should be a more major role for passengers and Transport for the North." Mr. Johnston said, "The recent disruption to rail services had damaged Cumbria's economy." He added, "I recently spoke to people at the Cumbria Connectivity Forum, and they were saying that they can't now rely on the county's rail services. They, Northern, brought in their new timetable a couple of weeks ago, but the problem was that they were so short-staffed, mainly due to a shortage of drivers and an unrealistic reliance on overtime working. A large number of services in Cumbria have been cancelled. On their Windermere service there were 36 services cancelled in one day. It's mainly affected the south of Cumbria, but services have also been affected on the west coast of Cumbria and between Carlisle and Newcastle as well." A Northern spokesman said there was no truth in the RMT's claim that a shortage of drivers lay behind the crises. "We have more than enough drivers," he said. "We have 118 more drivers than when the franchise first started." He said the company had been in the process of retraining drivers on the new timetable routes when the failure to deliver expected infrastructure improvements was not delivered as planned by Network Rail. The firm is now looking to introduce a compensation scheme for passengers who may have been affected by cancellations, he said. Speaking in the House of Commons, Mr. Grayling said, "The rail industry has collectively failed to deliver for the passengers it serves. It's right that the industry has apologized for the situation that we are currently in and that we learn the lessons for the future. But right now the focus should be on restoring reliability of their service to passengers." South Lakes MP Tim Farron is to lead a walk from Windermere Station to Oxenholme Station this Saturday from 2 p.m. to protest the temporary closure of the Lakes line by Northern Rail. Mr. Farron said, "Over the past few months my post bag and email inbox have been full of stories from local people who've missed hospital appointments, benefit assessments, and days at work due to cancelled trains. The situation across the Northwest is beyond unacceptable, but the Lakes line is the only line to have had all trains suspended. It's clear that Northern have simply given up. On Saturday we have a chance to make our voice heard and show that we will not just accept our railway being killed by stealth." The walk will start at 2 p.m. at Windermere Station, stopping at Staveley Station, 8 to 3:15 p.m., Burnside Station, 8 to 4:15 p.m., Kendal Station, 8 to 5:15 p.m., and finishing up at Oxenholme Station at around 6 p.m. Friday, June 8, 2018 at 9:15 a.m.